This is probably like my 5th attempt to creating this video. First my Apple Pen died, then I couldn't figure out how to split screen, then I figured out I could just add the picture on here so I can talk about it and it's all on one thing, and then I had phone calls, a bunch of things messed up. Anyways, this is your doodle for your noodle, week 1. So what I have done is I've taken the idea of weekly sketches and switched it to just doing a doodle for your noodle so that you can still be working on different things to draw and that you're still somewhat thinking out of the box, but taking something that I'm giving you in a way to get your brain thinking and get your drawing skills, more so just to continue your drawing skills. So how this is going to work is each week I'm going to give you a doodle for your noodle. I'm going to give you step-by-step videos. I'm going to show you how to draw them, and then you can take it from there. The other thing I thought about doing, and I probably will do this, and you'll probably see this actually on the screen, is I'm going to let you guys vote for the next week's doodle for your noodle. So what do you want to learn how to draw, or what do you want to see me draw so that you can learn how to draw it, or you can do it. I'll give you a few options, and then I'll just take whatever the top votes were and turn that into a video, and that will be your doodle for your noodle, so you guys can kind of have some input on what you want to do while you're at home. This week we are learning to draw an eye. I chose to do this for a couple of reasons. One, a lot of people just like drawing eyes for some reason, and then I also chose to do this because we don't get to do the self-portraits if we don't go back to school, so I at least want to show you something you would have learned if you were with me, and that's why I chose to do the eye. So basically I'm going to go step by step, just like the picture in the top right corner, and work on doing this. So first things first, I'm going to go in the corner and change my color to black. I have the kind of pen out currently right now, and first step is to create a circle. We're gonna shut this off. How do I shut it off? Nope, sorry guys, that's not what I want to do. I'm gonna just try to see, this is what's been happening to me. I'm gonna shut off my Bluetooth. Does it draw? No, it doesn't. Let me try it again. And now I have these words up and I don't know why, and this is why I need help with things. Okay, we're gonna try it again. Going into sketches, that's what I'm currently in. I'm sorry that I didn't really go through with that. We're right here. There we go. We're gonna try this now. Okay, first thing I'm going to draw is a circle and a smaller one on the inside. Awesome. So this is your iris and your pupil. The pupil is a smaller part. It's a little black circle in your eye, and then your iris is usually the colored part. That was step 1. Step 2 looks like we were making more of an oval shape, or an almond shape, football shape. So I'm going to start from the left side. I'm going to cut through the top and just going to have it curved on the top for now. And then I'll take that and go the opposite direction and curve through and cut through a little bit of the bottom and leave that end opened. That was step 2. Step 3 looks like we are adding this little curved bump. That is your tear duct. So your tear duct is what, it's very, very small. Some people is super noticeable, others not. But that actually points towards the inside of your face, pointing towards your nose. And then it looks like there's just a slight slant. Alright, next step, I'm going to take my eraser tool and erase the top part of this eye that got kind of cut off, and this bottom. Alright, I'll go back, take my pen tool. From here it looks like they have colored in the pupil, so I'm actually going to move this to a larger drawing surface. And then I'm actually going to point to the smaller one. So how I do that is just click these 3 tiny dots on the side. And then I am making the reflection mark. Just kind of looks more of like a rectangle off to the side. So that was step 4. From there I'm going to move to step 5. And I'm going to switch my color actually to this lighter gray. I'm going to plop it on the medium. Nope, plop it on the large dot. And then it looks like all it's doing with this gray is going along the top of the eye. And then also making a curve over the top to create that lid. And then towards the bottom, it just gives it a little bit of space at the bottom, but creates that curve towards the bottom as well. Alright, that was step 5. Now I'm moving on to step 6, and it looks like for step 6, we are creating eyelashes, and I'm going to switch to the smaller one and kind of zoom in a little bit more to create these. Oops, and I probably should change the color back to black. Eyelashes are kind of just these little curvy tick marks, little lines. I start in one area and just kind of curve them out. The bottom lashes. So what happens is, as I move off to the side, so if you look right here actually, my lines curved out more towards the left because they're on the left side. In the middle they're fairly straight, and then I'll curve them more to the right as we move that direction. So I have the bottom lashes, and then it looks like after that you just kind of start working on the top. They kind of attach in this gray area and then curve up. Okay, so they're curving out to the left side, staying more in the middle, kind of more like straight lines, and then curving out even more to the right as I move over to the right. I'm going to add some thicker ones in by switching to the medium, only to the top. Awesome. Then it looks like if you move to step 8, the difference between step 7 and step 8 are they added some lashes that kind of curve down a little bit going onto the eye. That's really the only difference that I see. And then from 8 to 9 is starting to work on the iris. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and take that lighter gray and fill in this iris area. Now normally if you were making a colored eye, you would do the colors that are your eye or whoever's eye it is that you're working on, but we're just going to do black and white. Filling this in. I'm going to use a darker gray and go around the edges of this eye. And then I'm actually going to go and take the smaller little dot for the size, and I'm going to go through and I'm going to make these little, I always call stuff like this tick marks. If you have a better word for it, put it in the comments. But just these little lines can make tick marks, or you can kind of like zigzag it through. And I'm going to go and take the medium dot and kind of do the same thing right against the thick line that I made, just to kind of help blend things in a little. If I wanted to, I can go in, add, like I went under the paint. If you look on the side right now, it's like the little paint tool. It's just gonna make some things darker. Right, it's improving a little bit. I can fill this in over here. What I want you to do is take your light gray and against the top, maybe a little darker than that. The top on the inside by your eye. I'm just going across, it just kind of makes a shadow. And then from here, it's kind of up to you. What do you want to add? Is this eye on a human? Is this eye... You can leave it how it is and get the 2 points, but if you want 3 points with this, then you have to be more creative and add some more, because 3 points is 100%. Like I had said previous, you can go through and try to blend things. I can go, or if you want a 3, maybe you would add, go through here and add some eyebrows and just finish the face out. Or maybe you make this eye into more of like a monster, right? You would maybe you want to add color or whatever you want to do to make a 3. A 3 is the same as how 100% would have been for your weekly sketches. You can think of it that way. A 2 just means you did everything you did in the eye. You did it, you're good, hand it in. You did what you were supposed to do. But this is the end of your doodle for your noodle week 1. Congrats, you accomplished.